Your assistant has an assistant. That assistant has a calendar app that talks to 3 other calendar apps just to find 1 hour when you're free. It is 5:52 a.m. You have been awake for 12 minutes. You have not spoken yet today. What do people think this life looks like? A hoodie, a skateboard rolling across polished concrete, a standing desk, a kombucha on tap, a whiteboard covered in the future. Genius, unbothered, untouchable. That's the montage. That's the magazine cover. Most people stop there. Here is what it actually looks like. You wake up before your body wants to, not because of an alarm, because your mind never fully powered down. Somewhere between 4 a.m. and 6 a.m., 3 time zones worth of Slack messages, bored emails, and 1 panic text from your head of product have already stacked up. You read them lying flat on your back, phone above your face, before your feet touch the floor. Is this normal? For you, yes. It has been for 11 years. Breakfast is 14 minutes. Your executive assistant, who has her own executive assistant now because your calendar generates more surface area than one person can manage, has already sent you the day. 6 meetings before lunch. 1 board call. 1 acquisition call you've been dreading. A 111 with a co-founder who's been quietly unhappy for 4 months. And you both know it, and neither of you has said it out loud yet. Let's talk about the number, because everyone wants the number. Your net worth on paper is $2 billion. On paper. Almost none of it is cash. Most of it is stock in a company that hasn't gone public yet, valued by investors who need it to look a certain way for their own reasons. You personally take home a base salary of $200,000 a year, less than several of your own engineers. The wealth is real, and it is also, somehow, not spendable. You could be a billionaire and still have a bad month for liquid cash. Nobody believes that until they live it. The house is 11,000 square feet. You have walked through maybe 60% of the rooms. There is a home theater you have used 4 times. There is a chef, because eating became a scheduling problem you had to outsource, the same way you outsourced your calendar, your legal review, your quarterly tax strategy. You didn't choose most of this. It accumulated, the way debris collects around something moving very fast. Here's the part nobody puts in the pitch deck. Trust becomes a resource you ration like everything else. Every person who wants time with you wants something, an investment, a signature, a favor, a piece of your name. You learn to read a room in the first 4 seconds. Are they here for you or for what you represent? Old friends start acting strange around you, overly casual or overly careful, and you can't always tell if the friendship changed or if you did. Your co-founder, the one you built the first version of this company with, in an apartment with bad Wi-Fi and a shared mattress on the floor, barely speaks to you outside of meetings now. Nobody planned that. It just happened, the way most losses in this life happen. Quietly, over quarters, not in a single dramatic moment. You are surrounded by advisors, lawyers, wealth managers, a therapist you see every Tuesday at 7 a.m. because it's the only slot that survives your calendar. All of them lean in. All of them have opinions. You've learned to sit back slightly in every meeting now, arms crossed, listening more than you speak, because the cost of a wrong word from you moves markets, moves headlines, moves people's jobs. Power, it turns out, doesn't feel like control. It feels like weight. What does the money actually buy? Speed, mostly. You can solve almost any problem that can be solved with money in under an hour. A broken deal, a legal threat, a PR fire. Money buys you options other people don't have. But it cannot buy you a full night's sleep. It cannot buy back the 4 years you missed with your kids while the company was fighting to survive its second near-death experience. It cannot buy you a stranger who wants nothing from you. Have you noticed that yet? Most founders don't. Not for years. The boredom is the strangest part, and almost nobody warns you about it. You solve the problem you set out to solve. The company works. The product works. Some days there is nothing urgent, nothing on fire, no crisis requiring your exact brain at that exact moment. And the silence is unbearable. You built your entire identity around being the person who solves the unsolvable thing. When the unsolvable thing is solved, who are you at 2 p.m. on a Tuesday with nothing to fix? So you start another company, or you fund 12 others, or you pick a fight with a regulator, a competitor, a rocket that keeps exploding on the launch pad. Anything that gives the day its shape again. This isn't ambition anymore, not really. It's a nervous system that only knows one setting. At night, when the house is quiet and the security detail has done its final walk of the property, you sometimes sit alone in a room bigger than the apartment you started in, and you think about that apartment, the bad Wi-Fi, the mattress on the floor, the version of you that had nothing and somehow felt less afraid than the version of you that has everything. Is that grief? Nostalgia? You're still not sure what to call it. Your name is on a building now. Your name is in headlines you didn't write and can't always control. Somewhere, right now, a 23-year-old in a shared apartment with bad Wi-Fi is looking at your story and thinking, that's the dream. That's what I want. Your assistant has an assistant. And somewhere underneath all of it, still, is the same person who once wanted exactly one thing, to build something that mattered, and never quite stopped to ask what it would cost to get it, or what would be left of him once he did. Keep glowing and growing. Peace.